Mother's Day is just around the corner, and today's recipe I am dedicating to both my moms. Yes, my mom who gave birth to me and my mom-in-law who's now no more with me but has it made me evolve beautifully. Yes, this is your chole, Amritsari Chole, and the best part is both of them, their signature dish of what they are remembered for this Amritsari Chole, and they have a different style. And today I'm making that in a keto form. Hello and welcome to Magic in My Food. This is Jyoti Dalmia. So let's begin with the Amritsari Chole, Keto Chole in my style, dedicated to my both the moms. This recipe I'm going to prepare in one pot, and it's a very quick recipe, not requiring much of the vessels. Only one vessel is required and it's done. This is a one pot recipe which I'm going to make in a pressure pan, and it's a very simple recipe. You'll be shocked, within half an hour this recipe is done. So I've taken a pressure pan, added water into it, that is a normal water, and now comes the special ingredients which will impart the Amritsari Chole flavor. So here goes the bay leaf, a big cardamom goes into it, cinnamon sticks goes into it, cloves goes into it, and some ginger grated goes into it. You can simply crush it also and put it inside it. And tea bag. My mom-in-law taught me to use the tea bag instead of making a, would you say, putting the teas in a cloth, muslin cloth and tying up. He said better to use the tea bag, and this is not now. This is roughly about 25 years back she had taught me. Yes, this tea bag I had started using, I think so, roughly 25 to 27 years back, and I found it very convenient. Some asafoetida powder goes into it. See how the tea bag is imparting color. The water has started boiling. And now comes the keto chole. Yes, it is the overnight soaked peanuts, raw peanuts, which I have just soaked for at least 7 to 8 hours. Yes, the Amritsari Chole is made with an ingredient which is pocket friendly, very easily available, and you're going to just love it, because when I made this and I served it to my non-keto family with the normal rajmas, they ate up all this Amritsari Chole, and the rajma was left behind, or you say it was left behind sulking in the pot. Remove the water, washed it properly, and I am putting that in the pressure pan, and that would simply taste like the chole. Yes, it's a keto peanut, Amritsari peanuts you can say, or peanut chole. I'm going to cover the pressure pan, and I'm going to cook on medium to slow flame for at least 7 to 8 whistles. I'm going to let it cool down, and I'm opening the cover of it. See, releasing the pressure, and see, lovely, awesome color it has taken. The tea bag has imparted that beautiful color. I'm simply remove the tea bag carefully from it. Life has become very easy once I've started using the tea bags. And see, can you see my keto chole? Let us see how soft it is. See, I'm going to crush it between my finger. See, it's soft. Perfect softness is there. It does look like the normal chickpeas. And the mixture is hot, and into that hot mixture now I'm going to add the other ingredients. So my stove is on a slow flame. I'm adding some chole masala into it. But if you are strict keto, then you can add garam masala, cumin powder, that is a roasted cumin powder, some lemon juice, and what would you say, a little bit of red chili powder, a bit more quantity. That would give a lovely taste to this. But I am using the normal chole masala. Some salt goes in it. Remember, I boiled the peanuts without the salt, but I am adding it right now. Some red chili powder goes into it. I am adding baking soda in it. That will mush the peanuts or the chole, that is your keto chole, and that actually imparts a beautiful taste, even a soft flavor to the Amritsari Chole. Can you see the reaction? This is the trick which I learned from my mom. And I'm dropping some ghee into it. This you can add dollops according to your macros. Basically, when I prepare at home the normal cholas, that is with the chickpeas, I usually don't add any ghee into it. This is the normal way I make my Amritsari Chole with the chickpeas, and the same procedure I'm using it. See, it has started boiling, and now I'm dropping some green coriander leaves into it. See, can you see the lovely color? I'm going to mash it a bit so that it has a mushy texture. Not much mashing is required, a very little, so that if the water is, if the gravy is a bit watery, that would become a bit mushy. And my chole is done. See, doesn't it look gorgeous? So now I'm serving in a bowl. They actually look like the chola. Garnishing with some coriander leaves, some juliennes of ginger, that is your fresh ginger, some green chilies, and a slice of lemon. Isn't it looking gorgeous? Can you see? It looks like the perfect chole. So now comes the tasting time. So I'm going to taste the chole. Can you see the chole? And this is the lovely Amritsari Chole which will go inside my mouth. Delicious. My mouth is full of the Amritsari Chole. Perfect. In fact, I can't feel the peanuts in it. I'm feeling I'm having the chole. That is the best part of it. Let me finish this. So I wanted to say it is perfectly soft and the taste is just like the chole. In fact, the peanuts have no peanutty taste, which is the best part, and you're going to just love it. So go to your kitchen, soak the nuts, and make this lovely Amritsari Chole. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and post comments and queries. I would love to answer it, because your views, your comments, your love motivates me to come out with awesome keto recipes. And if you want awesome keto recipes, something different, something distinct, then please subscribe to my channel and motivate me to come out with lovely, awesome recipes. Thank you. Actually, my house has gone for a renovation, and so I'm shooting in my kitchen. That is the painting which you can see. It is actually must be at least 33-year-old painting which I painted in my college days.